Hey guys, okay, so we have set up the back end, and so now I want to show you some things kind of on the front end. Alright, so one of the keys to keeping your PBN sites safe is to mimic what real sites do, okay, or mimic what natural sites do. Alright, and so some of the things I'm going to suggest to you are some customization options that you can have done fairly cheaply online in places like Fiverr, okay? So let me go over a couple of these things. So my comp site again, this lindemanrcc.com, you see a nice custom header here, okay? This is a nice custom WordPress header. You know, you can get this on Fiverr for $5, okay? If you have any skills at all with Photoshop, you can also make one of these fairly quickly, all right? So this is something that's real nice, and this is something that real sites do, okay? Don't make some ugly blog looking thing and expect it to do well, all right? So this is a thing. Now, as we scroll down here, we're going to see that we've got our nice category pages here, okay? Got a nice looking little menu here, all right? Got our posts on the front page, okay? And as you load down here, we've also got our legal pages, okay? And this is something that you want to make sure that you have, all right? You need to have About Us. You need to have Contact Us, all right? You need to have these terms and conditions, privacy policy, all right? You need to have these, all right? So you can either go online and Google, you know, like privacy policy, terms and conditions, disclaimer, and then just use what they're using. Just, you know, do a find and replace in Word and put your, you know, the name of your business in. Or there's also some plugins that you can use to generate these pages, okay? It doesn't really matter if there's duplicate content on those pages because Google's already said that they're not looking for that on pages like terms and conditions and privacy policy, okay? Because that's just something kind of standard that we all use, all right? So those pages are not going to be looked at for that. All right, so again, I'm not saying that this site is going to win any awards for design, okay? That's not what we're shooting for. What we're shooting for is real, all right? So if you were to come across this site, you know, you would probably think that this is a real site, you know, run by a real person, all right? And that's what we're going for. So I've got some widgets on here, all right? And widgets are things that you can set up in WordPress, all right? So like there is a calendar widget, and it's very easy to set that up. That's beyond the scope of this training, but you can find that in 10 seconds with a quick search on Google. Widget setup. Also, here's a map widget. All right. Another thing I like to do on my sites is to have an RSS feed. Okay. And again, this is just a widget. All right. So it's super, super simple to set these things up. But what they're going to do is they're just going to add, you know, a lot of authenticity to the site. Okay. And so as you go to each page, so let's go to the first page here. All right, so this is the first article. All right, and so what I want you to notice here, you see where it says advertising agencies. Do you see how that's linked in, but it's linked back to another page on the site? Okay, this is that plugin, that SEO related post plugin. All right, and what this does is it's very natural for inner pages of a site to go back to the home page of the site. Okay, and that is a trust factor. And a ranking factor. It actually will help the link juice flow through your site. Okay, so that's what that plugin does. It puts these links through here. All right. So let me go back to the home page. What I have done also, as you look across some images, if you highlight across this image, you'll see that I've linked out to a site called PressTalent.com, and that's just because it's a site that's related to this niche. And the way that I've done that is by simply alt tagging this image, okay? So when you're in WordPress and you pull open this image, there's going to be a little control panel that opens up in the details, and it's going to allow you to put what you would like for this to be called, okay? And so I leave it blank, but this is a link, all right? So you can use this for one of two things. These image links can be links to your site, your money site, right? The ones we're trying to rank for, and they work great. Okay, they also can be part of your outbound authority links. Okay, so part of what we're going to do on our pages is we want Google to think that, you know, we are related to other blogs, other websites that are in the same niche that we are. So this is a website about marketing. Okay, and so we are going to link out to authority sites in here that have to do with marketing. Now, more or less as a joke here, on this page, on the home page, let me go back. Let me go back to the homepage real quick. More or less as a joke, I linked out to Google AdWords here. Okay, don't link out to Google AdWords. All right, this page is no indexed. All right, so it's no one's ever gonna see this except you guys. But what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to find other high authority sites in the niche and link out to them logically. Okay, so you can simply go to Google and you can type in your niche and see who's on the front page. All right, you can link out to Wikipedia, which is what a lot of people like to do. You can link out to news sites. Okay, just look and see who's on the front page. So for this, this is a marketing site. So I'm going to type in marketing. All right, and let's see what we find. Well, shocker, a Wikipedia article. There's entrepreneur.com. Okay, Forbes, the AMA, right? Okay, so we see all these, Entrepreneur again, New York Times, Marketing Profs, marketing.org. Okay, these are all great places to outbound link to. And you know that Google loves them as relevant for this keyword because they're on page 1. Okay, so that's how you're going to find your outbound authority links. Okay, so again, your links can be actual links, contextual links here, or they can be image links, all right, like the one here. Okay, so as far as linking out, there's different strategies that you can employ, but typically you're going to want to have, normally no more than about 3 from one site going back to your money site. Okay, so a good strategy to use would be to have, one link going to from this page to the home page of the money site that you're trying to rank, and then maybe an image link, and then maybe another link going to an inner page on the site that you're trying to rank. Okay, so again, there's lots of strategies for that. Feel free to ask in the Facebook group about the various things about this. But again, just remember, we're trying to keep it real. Okay, we're trying to keep it real. One last thing. When I go in here, so I'm going to go to this post. You'll see these social sharing things here. Okay. Again, this is a trust factor. This is really good. This is kind of something that Google wants to see. Okay. When you go over here to the, basically the contact us page, right? I have an actual contact form. Okay. And remember, when we set up these, this persona, we want it to be consistent across all that we do. So remember, this persona we have is associated with this domain. So let's go ahead on the About Us page or the Contact Us page, whichever one. Let's go ahead and make sure that it's there. Okay, so Google, if it goes and it looks up the who is information for the website who registered it, they're going to see Robert Bonner. If they figure out who is hosting it, it's Robert Bonner. The WordPress author account, guess what? Again, it's Robert Bonner. And if we go to the contact forms, once again, Robert Bonner. Okay, these things are all consistent. This is a huge trust factor, and this is going to help keep this site safe. Okay, and so that's it, guys, for this part. So just remember, try to do what real sites do. Try to look good. Spend a little bit of money. This header here you can have done for $5 on Fiverr. Okay, so it's not a lot of cost, to have some extra stuff done. All right, so that's it for this section. Thank you for your time. All right, guys, so in the last section, I talked about some things. I talked about alt tagging some images, and I talked about some widgets, and I thought about it again, and I thought, you know what, you guys, some of you are probably not going to know how to do that. So instead of making you run out to Google and search, I'm just going to go ahead and show you real quick. All right, so the first one I'm going to do for widgets, I'm going to go across to Appearance, and then I'm going to go to Widgets. All right, and the widgets are going to be all over here, okay? And there's all different ones you can choose from, okay? And they're based on the theme, all right? And what you're going to do is basically the ones that you want to use are going to drag over here, okay? So you have the primary and then the footer, okay? Different themes are going to have different ones, all right? But for example, when you look at this theme, if you look over here at the primary widget, the sidebar login, right? Here's the sharing one, right? You literally just put the content in here and click save, okay? And so that's pretty easy. Now, on this site, mostly what I was talking about was the secondary widget area, which you see I have a calendar, I have a Google Maps, and I have an RSS, okay? So this calendar here is, and I have to give it a name and then hit save, okay? But when I drag the Google Calendar widget over here onto this, All I have to do is put in the name and hit save, and then I'm gonna have that nice calendar like I showed you on the home page. Same thing with the Google Maps widget. All I had to do was find it over here, drag it over here, and drop it. When I do, it's going to ask for an address. And of course, you know, this address is where my persona is at, right? This is the actual place, okay? And again, all you're going to do is hit save, okay? And then the last one, an RSS. In case you're not familiar with what an RSS is basically like a feed of posts from another site, okay? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go find a very large site that's relevant. You can use one of the sites that you linked out to in the authority linking, and then you're going to subscribe to their RSS feed, okay? So at the very top of the page, you know, typically they're going to have something, and it's going to give you the feed. So I tell you what, let me just go ahead and do that really quick, so you can see that, and that is going to be, let's go to here, let's go to marketing. All right, and let's see, let's do entrepreneur. So when I go to entrepreneur, all right, so you see they've got lots of cool stuff in here, right? And a lot of this is related to marketing, okay? So all we need to do here is go through and find the feed, and when we look down here, you'll see how it says RSS, right? All right, all you need to do, click on the RSS, all right, and then you will just copy this, okay? You'll copy this, and then when we go back to our site, you're going to paste it right in here, okay? And then you're going to hit save, all right? And then what that's going to do, you know, like we talked about, is it's going to have that nice feed of relative content going to your site, okay? So that is how you add a widget, all right? So, in an RSS feed. Okay, guys, so we covered widgets, and now we're going to do, the other thing I mentioned was alt text images, okay? So again, you can use images for links, all right? So I'm going to go over here to post, all posts. I'm going to choose this post here, which is the sticky. All right, so now you see this image here, all right? When I click on it once, I'm going to get the little edit icon here, okay? I'm going to click on that. And now this is going to allow me to edit this image, all right? So here where it says alternative text, this is what the image is going to say, right? So this would be your anchor text link, okay? So you could make it say your money keywords, you could make it say a related keyword term, or you could just leave it blank, okay? Depends on how you're using this particular link, all right? So you're going to fill out what you would like in here, and then you're going to go where it says link to, all right, and then when you choose custom URL, you're going to put wherever you want it to link to, okay? So this will be to your money site, all right? And so once you do that and you hit update, then you will have another link going to your money site, okay? So that was pretty quick, and I just wanted to go ahead and do that for you guys because I know that we have some beginners probably in here, so I didn't want you to have to go outside and look for this information. All right, so thank you again. The next portion that we move on to is going to be stuff after our site is live. All right, so we'll see you in the next video.